Yuexiu Park appears as a massive block of forest right in the center of the Guangzhou skyline. Once you clear the urban ridgeline, the concrete gives way to 860,000 square meters of dense canopy. This geography is surprisingly complex. It encompasses 7 distinct hills and 3 separate artificial lakes. Because of its central location, visitors often make the mistake of treating this like a flat, manicured municipal park, where every path leads to the same place. If you enter through the wrong gate, you'll find yourself climbing steep, humid slopes, only to realize the monuments you actually wanted to see are on a completely different ridge. Visiting Yuexiu is a trade between your physical energy and your desire for historical depth. To avoid exhaustion, you have to choose a specific route before you arrive at the metro station. Navigating this space requires identifying which traveler profile you fit into: the time-poor transit tourist, the cultural optimizer, or the budget-conscious family. You can avoid the physical burnout by matching your specific profile to the corresponding metro exits and park gates. For those on a tight schedule, the goal is clear: capture the city's most famous icon without committing to a multi-hour hike. The logistical input here is precise. Take Metro Line 2 to Exit A and use the West Gate entrance. This specific entry provides a flat, direct path to the 5 ram sculpture in minutes. You bypass the hills entirely. The 5 ram sculpture represents the founding myth of the City of Rams. Legend says immortals arrived on these animals to bring rice sheaves to a barren land, blessing the region with a prosperity that transformed it into the trade hub it is today. This route is the most efficient way to see the city's emblem, but you skip the park's oldest fortifications and museum collections. The cultural optimizer route is designed for those willing to trade high physical exertion for a look at 2 millennia of history. This journey starts at the main gate. You'll need water and footwear with good grip because the topography here is demanding. To reach the ridge, you have to conquer the 100-step staircase, a steep, humid ascent of 498 steps cut into the side of Yuexiu Hill. At the summit, you reach a granite monument that commemorates Dr. Sun Yat-sen. It serves as a tribute to the revolutionary leader who first envisioned turning these hills into a public park. Further along the ridge, you'll find the only remaining section of the Ming Dynasty city wall. After 600 years, the roots of the surrounding trees have literally grown into the masonry, anchoring the wall to the mountain. The hike ends at the 5-story Zhenhai Tower. From the top floor, you can see the city's central axis extending from these ancient defensive walls all the way to the modern skyscrapers. Spending 3 hours on this trek provides the most context for how the city evolved, but requires the stamina to survive several hundred stairs. For families with strollers or travelers seeking a relaxing afternoon, there is a low-exertion alternative. You should ignore the central hills and head directly for the flat lake zones near the east or north gates. This area is built for leisure. You can rent paddle boats, feed koi fish, or use the free shore playgrounds. This is where you see the modern side of the park's culture. You'll walk past groups of local elders practicing Tai Chi and Qigong under the shade of the banyan trees. If you are traveling with a stroller or wheelchair, you must stay in these flat zones. The park's elevators are often out of service, and the paths to the monuments are almost entirely made of stairs. This route prioritizes comfort and local atmosphere, but it means missing the landmark monuments located at the peaks. Social media usually portrays Yuexiu Park as an effortless stroll through lantern festivals. The reality is a landscape of steep inclines and one-way crowd control. Choosing this park over an air-conditioned mall requires effort, but it is how you reach the historical sites that defined Guangzhou's borders for centuries. The park is quietest near the water, where noise of traffic is replaced by birdsong and wind in the cypress trees. You only experience this calm if you plan your route well enough to avoid getting lost in the heat of the hills. Yuexiu functions as a timeline of the city, where modern playgrounds and quiet lakes sit right at the base of the Ming Dynasty's defensive foundations. To make your final choice, use this decision matrix. The transit tourist uses Metro Line 2, Exit A, and the West Gate for a direct walk to the 5 Rams. History buffs should enter the main gate and prepare for the stairs leading to Zhenhai Tower. Families and strollers should stick to the east or north gates and stay by the lakes to avoid the hills. Entry to the park may be free, but the currency you spend here is your physical energy. Choose your gate carefully so you don't spend it all before you reach the highlights.